everyone. It says going live. So, okay, there we are. Yes, surprise. It's a live stream. I don't expect, well, anybody, maybe a few people to tune in because it's completely unannounced. I just decided, like literally 9 minutes ago, as I was in the middle of fixing my lunch, I decided I was going to go ahead and do this again. I'd been toying with the idea of doing a season 2 of Lunchtime with Tom, which, what else would I call it but seconds, or just second helping of Lunchtime with Tom. So I'm still not sure if this is going to be a regular thing, but I thought, what the heck, since it was just about noon and it was lunchtime as if I was fixing my lunch, and I've got one viewer. Hey, I decided to go ahead and do at least this one-off spring special, Lunchtime with Tom reunion. I don't know. And just see how it goes. Maybe I'll do a season 2 if I get enough positive response from this. But yeah, how's everybody doing? I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope the end of spring, the cusp of summer is treating you well. It's treating me pretty well. I am 4 days away from getting my second coronavirus vaccine shot. So yes, in this weekend I'll be fully vaccinated, and in 2 weeks I will be hopefully raring to go. Yes, masking up is still going to be mandatory for a long time, probably till, I would imagine, till the beginning of 2022. But I wasn't going to do what I'm going to be doing later on this summer without being vaccinated. Let's just say it involves an airplane flight, and I'll just leave it at that. I'll surprise you guys with that. But yeah, something I've been. It has been 3 years in the making, and I have been anxious to do this. And coronavirus, or maybe Mother Nature, I guess, decided to crap on plans to do that. It would have happened sooner. If it weren't for coronavirus. But yeah, it's finally happening, not under the most ideal conditions. Things will still be, social distancing, masking, except when you're in a fully vaccinated pod, as I plan to be. But anyway, long story short, yes, a fun thing coming along this summer. In the next couple of weeks, I plan to be doing launching a new segment or feature on my channel, which is going to be a lot of fun. I don't want to spoil it, so you'll just have to wait and see what it is. But yes, macaroni and cheese and hot dogs is what's for lunch today. What are you guys having for lunch? But anyway, yeah. So yes, this could end up being awkward moments of silence and completely weird and off the cuff, just because as I said, I planned this on the spur of the moment, literally 9 minutes before the hour. So, after you've done some live streaming, you kind of get the itch to do it again after a while. So anyway, yes, I hope everyone is doing well. And since I did this off the cuff, I have no subjects for discussion in mind. So if anybody has anything they'd like to ask me, go ahead, and that's what your keyboard's for. And yes, I still have these CDs back here. The stack is slowly dwindling because this is my Discogs sales inventory. If any of you have bought CDs from me off Discogs, that's where they come from, and that's how they're stored. Yay. As dust-free as possible, trust me. But yeah, I've actually been doing pretty well on my Discogs side hustle. I'm kind of surprised. Didn't think I had that much stuff that was worthy of people wanting, I guess, for lack of better grammar. So yeah. What else do I have? Oh, I picked up over the weekend and just listened to this morning The Offspring's new album. I bought it on vinyl. Surprise. Yes, and that is, I'm kind of spoiling a bit of my next Spankin' Platters because, yes, The Offspring is something I did not expect to pick up and check out. But yeah, it was the fact that it was produced by Bob Rock, which is one of the things that kind of intrigued me. And I liked the sound of the first single, the title track. So not a bad album, I have to say. Pretty good. And I will hopefully be buying another Spankin' Platters candidate later today. The House of Records has been having trouble getting it in. So it's been out for, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and they've been having trouble getting it in. So I'm going to bite the bullet and order it off of Amazon, which is something I do not ordinarily do with new releases. Support your local independent record store. But yeah. when you have to do it that way, you have to do it that way. So I bit my lip. Ouch. So yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. I already said that. I have been working, but work has been slow today. So in my idle time, I have been cleaning records with my spin clean record machine. And that kind of sort of obliquely ties into this new feature that I'm going to be doing soon that I'm not going to spoil yet. I'm just full of mystery, aren't I? Another thing, my viewer count bumps up to 3 every once in a while, and then it drops back down to 2. So yeah, anyway, just an observation, not a criticism at all. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I have another fun surprise that I do not want to spoil yet. Hopefully in a video within a couple weeks you will be seeing it. It's a very cool thing that I commissioned from an old friend who happens to be a retired record store owner. And yes, last weekend I got to see him for the first time since he closed his shop a year and a half, more than a year and a half. So it was fun visiting with him and talking to him for a while and seeing how things are going, catching up with him. So he's doing well. He's enjoying retirement. So yeah. So yes, that's another fun surprise thing that you can look forward to within the next week or so on my channel. Let's see what else. I hope you guys have not been missing Backtracks too much because it turns out it was a good thing for me to put it on hiatus. I'm glad I did. I do not have any regrets putting it on hiatus. With luck, I will bring it back in January probably in an abbreviated form, but hopefully with the same charm and panache of its host. Anyway, so yeah, I can't think of a whole lot else to say. I would tell you about what I've been listening to, but then that would spoil my playlist video that's coming up. I guess I'll have to record it next weekend, won't I? Because it's going to be the end of April already. Where has the year been going? It should be slow because we still have a pandemic, and some of us are still barricaded by Mother Nature inside our homes. But the good thing about the spring and winter and spring going by so fast is that big surprise thing involving an airline flight. That means it's going to come before I know it, and I cannot wait for it to arrive. So yes, lots of fun coming to my channel later this year, I hope. Just got in the mail yesterday. You saw me talk about this one in a bargain bag. This was the one time in a bargain bag that I talked about a DVD rather than a CD as a spotlight. The movie American Dreams, which is a great, if you guys like satire, American Dreams is a great movie. It's got a great cast. And yes, it involves the American Idol phenomenon. It satirizes that. It satirizes the American presidency and politics and socio-political stuff. So great movie. But yeah, got the soundtrack. I'd been kind of wanting it for a while. Yeah, it's a bit of an offbeat soundtrack. A lot of the cues are very short. The musical cues are very short. And there are some of the American Dreams contestants sing songs, and they only sing parts of the songs, and just those parts of the songs are on the CD. So it's kind of a weird configuration for a CD, but I love the music from the movie as much as I love the movie, so I had to have the soundtrack. Yes, Dennis Quaid. Oh crap, what's his name? The British guy. Yeah, Dennis Quaid plays the president, who is a thinly veiled caricature of George W. Bush. And oh, actually, hang on. Here we are. American Dreams. Hugh Grant. He plays the Simon Cowell type guy who's very smarmy and the typical Simon Cowell. Mandy Moore plays the she's basically the Kelly Clarkson character based on Kelly Clarkson, the Midwest girl who wants to be a singing superstar. And Willem Dafoe plays the president's chief of staff, and he is hilarious. Well, just like, I mean, Dennis Quaid plays a great, less than on the ball president. But yeah, just the whole movie is just fantastic. You got to see it if you like, especially if you like American Idol and you don't mind it being poked fun at. And yeah, very good, very fun movie. And that is something, since because I put it in my bargain bag video, I put it in there because I have seen it since I bought it years ago. I have seen it in several bargain sections. It's probably in the thrift store near you. It's probably in the bargain section. Yeah. Just look for American Dreams. Don't pass it up. It's a jewel in the dirt, I guess you'd say. Fun movie. So yes, that's basically a replay of the Spotlight CD DVD section in that one bargain bag video. But I think I actually did it better here live, ironically. Did it better here than I did when I had it scripted out. Sometimes it just happens that way. That's one reason why I have become more fond of the off-the-cuff videos lately. Yeah, and it, Backtracks was heavily scripted, so that's one reason why it kind of weighed down on me and got me close to burnout. So yeah, that's why I got rid of that, at least for the time being. But yeah. Here's probably where it's going to get boring. So, because I can't think of anything else to talk about. One of the hazards of doing this off the cuff, I will grant you, I totally own up to that. But let's see. Oh yeah, Jim Steinman passed away a couple of days ago. Yeah. A big loss in the world of songwriting. He did some of Meatloaf's greatest hits. He did Total Eclipse of the Heart, which Bonnie Tyler made famous. And oh, there was another power ballad love song that I think Celine Dion did, but it was also on one of Meatloaf's albums. He did it on one of his albums. I can't remember what the name of the song was, but it was, oh, It's All Coming Back to Me Now. Yeah, it came back to me that the title of the song is It's All Coming Back to Me. Ironic. So yeah, he did that song. So yeah, a very, very talented songwriter. Yeah. Rest in peace, Jim Steinman. So, and who else passed away? Oh, I think an artist that or a music personality I don't think I had known about before passed away in the last few days, I think, too. So yes, I will not be surprised if this Lunchtime with Tom does not last the full hour. Good lunch, though. So yes, let me know either in the live chat here or in the comments after the fact if you guys would like to have a second season of Lunchtime with Tom. It would be, every other week as I did most of the first season. Yeah, don't think I could do every single week. But, so, yeah. Color coordinating my food with my shirt. That wasn't planned, by the way. How's the weather where you're at? It's actually been unseasonably warm up here in Oregon for like the last week. It's been almost 10 degrees above what it's supposed to be. So it's been kind of nice. But hopefully that doesn't mean we're going to have an extra long fire season this year. Because as you might remember, the fire season last year was actually, it was very mild up until like the last 3 weeks of fire season. Then it was hell on earth, basically. So with luck, we will escape with a more mild fire season this year. As will everybody in the country. So yes, I actually got my first dose of the COVID vaccine, and I got it, the Pfizer one. I actually got it on Easter Sunday. So that being the case, I was hoping that people would come by and point at me and say he is fizzing. Okay, bad joke. But yeah, darn it, nobody did. People are just don't have a sense of humor, you know. I thought it was funny. Hey, Keegan, how's it going? I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. I guess I don't know what part of Canada you're in, but I hear that most of Canada is locked down now again. And yeah, we down here we do coronavirus risk levels by county by county within each state, and we spent the last month, I think, in low risk. We were doing well, and now we're being moved back, bypassing moderate altogether and going back up to high risk. So, which I kind of knew was going to happen because we get complacent, we start socializing without masking up and stuff, and so, which you can understand when, you know, we've been having to live with this for so long. We're kind of busting at the seams to get out and socialize, but still. You can't argue with Mother Nature. She's going to do what she's going to do. So. By the way, check out K-Man Reviews YouTube channel. Good stuff. Reminds me a lot of my friend Ryan's channel, True North Reviews. So, yeah. A lot of you Canadians do YouTubing, music YouTubing. It just seems like there's a lot. So. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're north of Vancouver, so you're out here on the West Coast. But, yeah, sometimes I wonder what's with all these Canadians who do music YouTubing. And I think, well, during the winter, you can't do anything else, right? Because it's so darn cold. That's my admittedly flimsy theory. Of course, there's plenty of American music YouTubers, too, and the weather's warmer down here, so. That's one thing about my live streams is I make lame jokes and have awkward moments of silence while I'm eating. Like this. So, yeah. Anybody got any questions for me? Probably not a lot because I've only got a few people watching. Again, when I comment on my viewer counts, it's not complaints, it's just observation. No worries. Because as I said, I did this totally unannounced, so. Kraft macaroni and cheese. It's good stuff. Or as it's called up north, Kraft dinner, eh? Just so you know, when I kid Canadians, it's totally out of love. For some reason, I just like Canadians. Sometimes I wish I were Canadian. Because America has been something of an embarrassment in recent years. Hey, Noah. Yes, I did this totally unannounced, so you didn't miss anything. It's not your fault. But there's always the replay after the fact. So thanks for popping in at least. So yeah. What else can I talk about? I'm not sure. Oh, our cats are doing well. Frank and Zot are doing quite well. They usually sleep during the day, but yeah, when they're not sleeping, they are demanding affection. or food. But then don't we all? But yes, they're adorable. We spent 7 years with no pet energy in the house, and we didn't realize how much we missed it. So yeah. And it gives us something of a purpose. Not that our lives were completely devoid of meaning without them, but it gets me. I now have a morning routine of taking care of the cats, giving them their breakfast, wet food, and cleaning their litter box and stuff. So I have a bit of a morning routine, something to get me going in the morning, a bit of structure in this time when I'm only working at the office 1 day a week, and I'm stuck home 6 days a week. So yeah, this might only last half an hour because I'm almost done with my food, and because I didn't have any premeditated topics of discussion. But yeah, as I said, let me know if you'd like more season 2 of Lunchtime with Tom. Well, I'll see what I can do. For the record, it would be every 2 weeks. And yeah, since I probably won't be going anywhere for probably most of summer. I imagine we won't be going back into the office regularly until end of summer at least. And they still have yet to decide how that's going to work. Just partly because we haven't decided what coronavirus is going to do by the end of summer. So. Boy, that was good. So yeah, you can't dictate what Mother Nature is going to do. It just doesn't work that way. So, but yeah, I think this afternoon I'm going to have to change out of this long-sleeved shirt because it's another warm day. This is going to be the last warm day, and we're supposed to have some rain this weekend again, so which is nice to stave off the more significant drought that we could possibly have. So, cheers. And yes, you'll have to excuse, although it's not as bad as it usually is, my hair. If I'm staying at home working, why should I mess with fixing my hair, right? That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. So, yes, what else can I talk about? Yes, you saw my, I was going to upload my next video today, and this morning, and I totally forgot about it. So you can probably look forward to that later on this afternoon. I was able to crank out 2 videos last week, and so I was able to upload one a few days ago, as you saw. Yes, it was fun going through my mother's CD collection. So, and I'll be keeping probably half of that stuff. And I haven't gotten to the, I haven't gotten to the Susan Boyle CDs yet. That will be happening soon. But unless they're particularly awful, which I can't imagine they would be, I'm speculating that I will be keeping those. So, yeah. And I probably won't listen to her Christmas one yet. I will leave that for, my 12 CD Christmas. So, yeah. It's kind of weird because just a couple of years ago, I was just not much into Christmas music. Hey, Garrett, how's it going? Just not into Christmas music hardly at all. I mean, I had 25, 30 CDs, holiday CDs. But especially with this past Christmas, just having those random CDs, I did that 12 discs of Christmas thing. I just kind of got into it. And these last 2 years when I did the Now and Then Christmas edition, holiday edition. I've kind of been enjoying Christmas music more than I thought I would be. So I might actually have two 12 Days of Christmas videos, 12 discs of Christmas and 12 tapes of Christmas. So with all the the cassette lot that I got from my friend. So yeah, look forward to lots of Yuletide festivities in December. So yeah, see 25 minutes and 25 seconds is when I looked at the live stream counter. So yeah, I might be this might be an abbreviated video. As I said, I'd probably shut it down. Well, maybe I won't now that the chat is getting lively here. Oh, you might have some holiday recommendations for me. Oh, cool. I will be open to them. So yeah, when we get to fall-ish, yeah, I'll have to pick your brain about those. Yeah, so speaking of which, I have a couple of CDs set aside and a box to ship them in, which you might be getting them soon, just saying. Yes, some of my mom's CDs that I think you might like. Just anyway. And as I said in the video, if any of those CDs that I might not want, well, just whatever CDs appeal to you out of my mom's collection, if you really want them, any of you out there, let me know. So, but anyway, awkward silence. Yay. Curious. Oh yeah, you'll if you missed the beginning of my video, Garrett, there are plenty of things I've made vague hints at that are coming up on my channel that I'm just full of intrigue lately. So, oh, one of which I just noticed you can see just a tiny bit of under my shoulder there, or just off to beside my shoulder there. But I'm going to keep it mostly obscured so it doesn't give it away. Anyway, yeah, you guys can't tell what it is from this shot anyway. So, so yeah, what else can I talk about? I have no idea. Anybody heard any particularly good music lately? New music? As I said, I actually had the urge to buy and listen to The Offspring's new album. I thought it was pretty good. My first full album exposure to The Offspring. So that will no doubt be part of my next Spankin' Platters video. And I hope to pick up Paul Stanley's Soul Station. I am very, very intrigued by that one. And that is the one I mentioned a few minutes ago that House of Records has not been able to get in stock for me. So that's one I'm probably going to have to break down and buy off of Amazon, much as I don't like to do that with new releases. And what else I thought there was one other one that oh yeah, the one that I had ordered back in February, I think it was. And the CD came out in March, or late February, early March, but the LP didn't come out until the end of March, so it was too late for my Spankin' Platters video, but now I've got it, and I actually really enjoyed that one, and that one I'm keeping under my hat. I'm not going to tell you who it is, so yeah, you'll be hearing about that. But yeah, I was impressed by your review of Times by S.G. Lewis. Yeah. Didn't he write those books? No, just kidding. I think that was your joke, wasn't it? Yeah. Look at me recycling other people's jokes. So yeah, the clips of that really intrigued me. So I'm going to have to stream that entire album. So, oh yeah, and streaming is one thing I'm very seriously. The more I think about it, the more I'm nudging myself toward it. Is right now I subscribe to Amazon Music, and that's $7.99 a month, I think, unless they've raised it recently. And I'm thinking about dropping that in favor of Spotify. I am one of the probably few music YouTubers out there who does not have a Spotify account. So it's kind of like we were one of the last people on board with Netflix streaming, and which we couldn't do until we had this nice new broadband connection, which we've had for about a year now. Truly broadband, truly high-speed internet, as opposed to the sluggish junk that we could barely call high-speed internet that we had up until last May. So yeah, I'm thinking about picking up Spotify. I hear it's, you can so many more people have Spotify, so I could share a playlist with other people that, I probably could only do with very few people since I have Amazon. Actually, I don't know if you can even share playlists with other people on Amazon Music. I don't even know if that works, but yeah, just Spotify just seems more appealing, and it's only, I think, $2 a month more than it is for Amazon Music. So I figure, why not pull the trigger on that? That's probably something I'll be doing soon. But yeah, I could share playlists right, in like the comments of my channel or whatnot, and yeah, so burp, excuse me. So yeah, what else? Oh, this is something I was going to talk about in my. Oh, actually, that's the video that I'm about to upload. Is my recent acquisitions video. Spoiler alert: that's going to be my video. But this is something I picked up at the time, but I did not share it in the video. It's a teeny tiny turntable. Yes, it is. It is this size. It was stopped at a craft warehouse somewhere, and this was on their impulse buy section. And supposedly this charming kit includes a miniature record player, 3 mini LPs, each with a printed sleeve, and 30 seconds of music. So supposedly this actually is a working turntable that will play 30 seconds of music on these records. I haven't tried it yet. It is still sealed up in its box. So I would have gotten one more probably for my friend Skip, but this was the only one they had in stock. So, but yeah, isn't it adorable? Isn't it cute? So yeah. So maybe that can do that for a video, an unboxing of that, and see if it actually works. That's an idea for, yes. Why didn't I think of that until now? I sometimes, I have admitted this before, sometimes I am not the quickest on the draw. I'm not the sharpest knife in the chandelier. Anyway. Oh, is there a genre I'm hoping to listen to more this year? The more I dip my toes into country and folk, the more I kind of like it. So, and yeah, Keegan, you just reviewed a classic country album that I'll need to listen to. And I've been finding myself, this was a video I was going to do for yesterday for 420, I've been picking up more Willie Nelson lately. And so I was going to do a spotlight on Willie Nelson for 420. How appropriate is that? But I dropped the ball on that and didn't do that. But yeah, and yeah, I mean, Willie Nelson is one of those country artists that kind of transcends genre. Kind of like a Johnny Cash and Patsy Cline. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking about maybe delving a little bit more into country. So yeah, I would have to say that's the genre. I do still want to listen to S.G. Lewis's album, but to be honest, Garrett, EDM music is something that has become a little bit tiresome for me lately. I've, in my CD pruning lately, I've come across 3 or 4 EDM albums that I bought, in the last 5 years or so that I kind of liked, but they just, they left me cold when I re-listened to them, and I ended up trading them in. So there are a handful that I'm keeping, Avicii. I can't let go of Avicii, and Daft Punk, of course, and a few others. But yeah, for the most part, the EDM has kind of left me. Oh, and Friendly Fires. I'm keeping Friendly Fire CD. That is a major exception to the boring EDM. That one is just, I still love that one. That one, I don't know if it's necessarily classified strictly as EDM, but it's got a lot of dance elements, so it's kind of dance pop as well, as much as EDM is. So, but yeah, that was a good one. So, oh yeah, you've been listening. Yeah, you have leaned a little bit more toward the ambient stuff lately. I noticed. Yeah. House music, maybe. Yeah, because some of the ones I've gotten rid of, Afrojack, and he was, or did I get rid of that one? Now I'm starting to second guess myself. But yeah, and despite him having some good guest stars on there, Sting was on one of the tracks on his album "Forget the World." But yeah, for the most part, that one has left me cold. What was the other one? I can't remember. And I'm only keeping Calvin Harris, one of Calvin Harris's albums, because he has John Newman on one of his songs. Really, really enjoy John Newman. He's a British singer-songwriter, in case you guys don't know. Yes, and there are a couple of EDM albums that I'm pretty much keeping just because they have one or two guest vocalists on there that I really like. Not Calvin Harris. What's his name? Martin Garrix. I had one of his compilations, and I really liked it, partly because it had Troye Sivan on one track and somebody else on another one. And yeah, that was one that I re-listened to, and it just kind of left me cold. So that one's going into, I think that one's actually in my Discogs stock. So yeah, isn't he great? He just has that weird, if you haven't watched enough of my channel yet to know that I am into the distinctive voices, the kind of idiosyncratic voices, and John Newman has always been one of those. Jamie Cullum, Tom Odell to an extent. Tom Odell has a bit of a distinctive, not as distinctive as some others, but yeah. He's got that kind of away from the microphone wail that he does in some of his songs. That's really kind of a trademark of Tom Odell, like him. So yeah. Well, cool. This conversation's gotten lively. I thought I was gonna sign off 6 minutes ago, and here we are, just having fun. So you see, maybe this is worth bringing back for a season 2, second helping. So yeah. But yeah, any other genres I'm thinking about checking out more? Not sure. Maybe a little bit more into soul and contemporary R&B. Oh, another one this is kind of going to be giving a little bit of a spoiler to my playlist, but Black Pumas. I finally listened to their album, and I really enjoyed it. So they're one that it's too late. I won't be able to do my second thoughts of 2019 because that's already gone. But that was one that definitely I would have put on my second thoughts for 2019 if I'd known about it ahead of time. Pink Sweats. Never heard of them. But yes, I will have to, since you recommended them. I trust your recommendations. I'll have to check them out. Pink Sweats. I like them. So yeah. And I'm thinking about doing a video about, it's an independent record label that I've kind of gotten really fond of lately, called New West Records. They just happen to have several artists that I rather like, have rather enjoyed lately. So I'm kind of thinking a label spotlight maybe. And I've got this kind of weird relationship with labels, and that's something else I could make a video about, is my relationships with record labels and how I tend to pay attention to what label a release is on, even though that's kind of not the most reliable or the thing that makes the most sense in looking at music. That's something that's got several different sides. That would be a cool discussion video. I think I need to put that one on my list. And I'm actually working on another one about my recent reassociation with cassettes. That one is a long one. I might have to cut down the notes on that one, but that's another video I'm thinking about doing very soon. So yeah, could have a few more discussion videos. As much as I said, I've become less fond of these scripted videos, and of course discussion videos kind of have to be scripted by their nature. So I'm afraid sometimes to not have notes in my videos for fear of leaving something out that I meant to talk about, which has happened several times when I'm editing my videos. It's like, oh crap, I forgot to talk about that. And it's too late because it's almost totally edited and is about ready to upload. So that's what I put text in the videos for. Yay, being on the ball. So close up. Sorry, just the camera's right there, so when I reach for my drink, I have to. You can count the pores in my forehead. How's that for entertainment? That's what you get with these live stream videos, is a whole lot of whimsy, because I'm a whimsical guy. I try to be, anyway. So, yes, I have this box. I don't know if you can see it up there, but and I'm not sure what to do with it, and that is why it is up here. But it's very cool. It is. Did you like looking at the headrest on my chair? It is a wood box, and it came as a gift from my aunt and uncle to my mother this past Christmas. And oh, there's the brand name, Restelli's. It's kind of like I'm just not good with names today, but the deli meats, meats and cheeses, I guess, and stuff. That one company does all that. That's been around for years. I can't remember what their name is, but same kind of deal. But yeah, it came in this box, and it's like, I don't know what I'm going to use that box for, but why get rid of the box? Especially if it's a nice wooden box, and it's sturdy. That thing is sturdy. Well, you could tell from the sound of hitting it. So yeah, that's like, it's too good a box to get rid of. So yeah. Would I ever make a video of my favorite Oregon artists? I might get a lot of flack for this, but I almost never explore local music or regional music. I don't know why. I guess it's just because there's so much stuff out there that I've been meaning to get to for a long time. I'm still. It took me forever to get around to listening and buying Zeppelin and Pink Floyd albums, and I finally started to do that. So it's just that the local artists are something that I just never have gotten around to. There are a couple that I've happened upon, or is it maybe just one? But yeah, I might have to do that. Or just well-known artists that happen to be from Oregon. I could do that as well. There's one that listened to back when I was a kid, when my brother and I were kids. We listened to them all the time. They were one of the much lesser 80s groups, but we just listened to them. Quarter Flash. They're an 80s new wave synth pop band, and we didn't realize until just a couple of years ago, actually, that they were originated in Portland, Oregon. So we've been living up here for 25 years, and we didn't know until a couple of years ago. So yeah, I suppose I could talk about artists from Oregon, not necessarily local or independent artists, but maybe, yeah, that's a good idea. I will explore that. So yeah. And yes, I am. I'm looking up at the my Starship Enterprise up there, and yes, I am still totally intending to launch my a second channel that does not have anything to do necessarily with music, but it has to do with my attraction to geek culture, certain aspects of it. I'm not an overall, but as you can see up here, I am a Star Trek fan. Those are custom made off the web arts for the Star Trek season TV season DVDs that are up there. So yeah, I've been wanting to talk about Star Trek is something I've been into for years and years and years. And does that mean you're leaving? This is standard Vulcan farewell. Live long and prosper, Garrett. And may the Force be with you. No, crossing properties. No. But yeah, just I've been into Star Trek for 30 years plus. And so yeah, and I could talk about that. Comic books, not so much. I do like a couple of superhero things. The Superman movies. You might be able to see it over there. You're getting lots of shots of my backside today, aren't you? Blu-ray set, Superman motion pictures from all the way from the all the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, as well as Superman Returns. Very nice set. They're so satisfying, aren't they? Yeah, I kind of have it's not quite OCD, but yeah. I need to have a certain order of things. I'm not obsessive about it, but still, But yeah, I'm kind of into Superman, just not the comic books. Yeah, just kind of geek culture in general. I have various types of collections, of different things related to Star Trek that I could show off on my videos and stuff. And I've actually got a green screen. I bought a green screen last summer, fully intending to do that to launch it at the beginning of 2021, but never got around to it. But yeah, a green screen that I could put up when I film the videos. I'd film them probably here sitting in this chair rather than over in the corner where I do my music videos. But yeah, so I can put a flying starfield background behind me for those videos. So yes, if I can just find the time to, stockpile enough of my Tom's Hit Parade videos to get started on some of those other videos. So hopefully that will happen in later on this year. So if I can just find myself a rhythm, maybe, oh gosh, that'd be an awful lot of work though. I was going to say one weekend do 2 Tom's Hit Parade videos and then the next weekend do 2 of those others. But yeah, doing 2 videos every weekend, that would be every weekend without a break. That would be intensive. So we'll see what happens, I guess. Of course, I don't have to do videos every week for either channel. I mean, I can do, every 2 weeks. My schedule here has been irregular enough. So yeah, we'll see. I'm just a one-man operation, so I can only do too much. So only do so much, right? No, I can't do too much. I can only do so much. I need a notepad to organize. So, yeah. What else can I talk about? Well, yeah, I got to say though, Garrett, for a one-man operation, you're pretty spiffy. I got to say that. That's a word that you don't hear very much, is it? Spiffy. I think the reason that word came to mind is because of your hair. You just have, for some reason, your hair, the way you concentrate on your hair, it just screams the word spiffy. I don't know. And maybe it's just me. So yeah. Yes, another awkward silence moment. Do you actually get spiffy every once in a while? Maybe it's not just me then, I guess. But yeah. And in contrast, somebody who does not take all that great much pride in his hair. Okay. In my defense, I did this on the spur of the moment, so I didn't have time to run to the bathroom and coif my hair. Oh, have I changed my opinions on any of my 2020 albums? Orion, how's it going? God, haven't seen you forever. I don't think so. I would actually have to go back to, for some reason, not far into 2021, into, each successive year. The previous year sometimes ends up being a blur. It's almost like, hey, I'm done with my year-end list. I can just, purge all that from my brain and start over. So yeah, that's kind of one of the hazards of starting the new year with a new brain. But yeah, not that I can think of off the top of my head anything that's I've really changed opinions on. There might be, yeah, I would have to go back and watch my videos, but there might be 1 or 2 albums that I have since in one of my recent space saving purges. Saving space is not quite the concern it used to be, that I may have gotten rid of in the last couple of months. But they're usually very low on my list. So yeah. That's a great answer to that question, huh? I ask you guys for questions, and then I give crappy answers to them. What can I say? That's just one of the things you have. It's just one of the things you have to love about me, right? Yeah, Sleepy Fish. I have never checked them out, and I've been meaning to. They do have kind of an interesting sound. Oh gosh, we've gone for 50 minutes. Yay! You guys made this entertaining. Thank you guys. I thought I was going to end this after half an hour. So yeah, what else? I'm such an entertaining host. Yeah, I can't think of much else to talk about, really. Although I suppose I probably ought to end this a little before 1 hour because, as I said, I'm working from home today, and so taking into account the prep time for lunch, I'm actually running a little bit over on my actual recommended lunch hour. Oh, Grammy thoughts. Yeah, I was going to do a video on that, and I thought it was pretty predictable that, actually, let me see if I can look up the notes real quick. I thought it was very predictable that Taylor Swift won for Album of the Year. Not that Folklore was totally undeserving, but still, it's just, let's see, where is that file here? Hopefully my signal isn't getting choppy here. Navigate to folder. Thank you. Tom's Hit Parade. Documents. Grammys 2021. Okay. That's my ASMR voice. Accessing file. Thank you. Okay. Producer of the Year. I wish that Jack Antonoff had won, obviously. And let's see that. No, grab that one. There we go. Oh, Best Historical Album. Mr. Rogers' album won Best Historical Album. I was so happy for that. I love that album, and that one was out the year before, wasn't it? So that kind of surprised me that one won a Grammy this past year. So, but yeah, I actually did a review of that in a video. That was fun. That probably took me back to my childhood. Best Recording Package, Coldplay's Everyday Life by Coldplay. Very lush and beautiful package. I thought that was a deserving award. And of course, you guys could probably, Best Arrangement, Instrumental, and Vocal, Jacob Collier. My guy, Jacob Collier, won his 5th Grammy. And I thought it was kind of weird. I liked the album. I really liked it, but I thought it was kind of weird. It was sort of an out of left field choice for him to be in the running for Album of the Year. I still don't get that. I don't know. And I was kind of disappointed that John Williams did not win Best Score for Rise of Skywalker. Then again, John Williams is not exactly hurting in the Grammy Awards department. And Secret Sisters was up for Best Folk Album, and I kind of wish that they had won it because I really enjoyed that one. That was in my favorite Albums of the Year list. Contemporary Blues Album was Fantastic Negrito, and I had been wanting to check out his stuff, and I still haven't yet. But G-Love was up for nomination for that, and of course I was kind of hoping that he won. The Juice was one of my albums of the year. Of course, that was down in like the 20s or something, but still, I really enjoyed that album. And Secret Sisters were also in the running for Best American Roots Song, but of course John Prine won that. How could they not give it to John Prine, really? Natalia Lafourcade, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but she won for Best Regional Mexican Music Album, and that was at the top of a couple of YouTubers' greatest albums of the year list, and so that was kind of interesting. And was anybody really surprised to see Kanye take home the Best Contemporary Christian Album award? No. If he wasn't going to win Album of the Year, then he was going to take that one home. I liked seeing that Kurt Elling was up for just Best Jazz Vocal Album. I'm not a huge fan of his. I kind of got into it because of my sister, so I was kind of hoping that he would win that. Oh, no, actually, no, he did win it. Read my own notes. Yeah. Oh, Best New Age Album was won by Jim Chemo West. And I was really happy for that one, not because I've heard the album. I didn't even know he put that album out. But he is the guitarist, or was the guitarist, for Weird Al Yankovic for the entire time that he had a full band for 30-some years. So I thought it was kind of cool for Jim West to take home a Grammy. I think it was his first Grammy. So I've got to check out that album now. More Guitar Stories is the name of it. But yeah, got to check that one out. And Crowded Table by High Women won Best Country Song. I thought that was fun. And Maren Morris got nominated for that as well, with a solo song. This is kind of an outdated note, but best R&B album went to John Legend. I had kind of been hoping that Gregory Porter would win it for All Rise because I had bought that album. However, I have since cooled on it and traded it in. But if you check out Gregory Porter's album All Rise, it was pretty good, I gotta say. Just not good enough for me to want to keep. Thundercat won Progressive R&B album. I have been meaning to check out Thundercat. He was a supporting player on Kamasi Washington's The Epic, which is an epic album, fantastic album. It's a 3 LP set, so it's a long album to get through, but it's fantastic. So yeah, I want to try out, check out Thundercat. Fiona Apple won Best Alternative Music Album. We kind of saw that one coming. And I was kind of disappointed by Beck's Hyperspace, which was also in the running. And a lot of people loved Punisher by Phoebe Bridgers. I didn't care. That one just didn't do much of anything for me. Yeah, I listened to it and it just didn't evoke any kind of reaction from me. Don't know why. But then that's one of the cool things about music, and one of the things that makes music interesting is that sometimes you can never totally predict how it's going to connect with you. So, and The Strokes won Best Rock Album for New Abnormal. That was pretty good. The only album in that category that was nominated that I had listened to was Sound and Fury by Sturgill Simpson, which is freaking awesome if you haven't listened to that one. And so I was kind of hoping that one would win. And Michael Kiwanuka was up for the running in that one as well, and I had never listened to him before, and he's another one that's on my list. So it's just a matter of getting around to listening to all these artists. Snarky Puppy won Best Contemporary Instrumental Album, and I'm a Snarky Puppy fan, although I have not listened to the one that they won the award for. So, although Black Violin was also nominated, and again for an album that I haven't listened to, but their 2015 album Stereotypes was amazing. Black Violin Stereotypes. Listen to that album. It's fantastic. I would be interested to see you review that one, Keegan. That one. There's a recommendation for you. And it kind of defies genre categorization. It stretches out to a few different genres. So I would love to see you review that one. Best Pop Vocal Album went to Dua Lipa. I love Dua Lipa's album, so I was totally happy with that. And although I would have been equally as happy if Lady Gaga or Harry Styles had won the award, so because they both had great albums too. Traditional Pop Vocal Album, James Taylor, American Standard. I loved that album, so I was very happy with that one. And I was surprised that Rufus Wainwright got nominated for that one. So, and that was only his second nomination, and he has never won an award before, a Grammy Award before. So that was one reason why I was disappointed that he didn't win that one. So, Best Pop Solo Performance went to Harry Styles for Watermelon Sugar. That was I loved his album, Fine Line, but that was one of the most underwhelming songs for me on that album, strangely enough. So, but yay, he won. Best New Artist, Megan Thee Stallion. Meh. I didn't have any comments of note on that one. I'm not into hip hop, so. Song of the Year went to I Can't Breathe by Her. It's kind of, we kind of saw that one coming, and not to diminish its significance for winning, but yes, that was like the overriding sociopolitical thing last year. So great that it got that much more attention. I needed something that, I don't like to get too political on my channel, but something that needs to be addressed and to be taken seriously is the Black Lives Matter movement. Okay, I also say that. And yes, Taylor Swift won Folklore. Yes, this one I had interesting comments about. I was surprised to realize back when the nominations were announced that I owned and had listened to and enjoyed 6 out of the 8 nominees for Album of the Year. That I don't think has ever happened with me before. So I was obviously very happy to see Jacob Collier on the list. Haim and Dua Lipa were also in the running, and Post Malone. I think yeah, I think I traded in Post Malone's album. Since then, I just kind of cooled off on it. But yeah, and Coldplay was also in the running. I would have liked to have seen Coldplay win, frankly. But I think maybe that album was a little bit too out there, possibly for some people to really enjoy. I mean, that's my one thing about the Grammys is it kind of, in a way, it's a popularity contest. You know, it really, yeah. Yeah, as I said, popularity is taken a little bit more, given a little bit more weight than the critical criteria are, really. You know, song structure, innovativeness, that kind of stuff. That's our phone. So, yeah, that's one minor thing that major gripe, I guess, I have about the Grammys. Yeah, popularity and chart success has a little bit more factor in the winners than the critical and compositional stuff for that. So, but yeah, Golden. I did like that song. That's the opening track, isn't it? I love that. Oh, I love that. That just, when I put that record on, that singing in the background, that just gives me goosebumps. Just great way to start the album. Anyway, it has been an hour, so I guess I need to check out here and sign off. But yeah, I'm glad you mentioned. I'm glad you asked me about my Grammy thoughts. I wished I'd gotten to it sooner. But yeah, I will. Just catching up on the comments here. Yeah, I think I addressed all of them that needed addressing. But yes, thank you guys so much. This turned out to be a full hour. I'm glad I did this, and I'm giving much more serious thought to bringing back Lunchtime with Tom. If so, keep an eye on my Instagram and my Twitter. I will announce the regular days and times of Lunchtime with Tom if I bring it back, which, as I said, I'm very strongly considering. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Great to see you guys, hear you guys, hear you guys. I heard you with my eyes. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. Take care and have a good week, good month, etc. Thanks for watching. Bye.